Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Greg Shapiro, and let's queer up entertainment. Here's the first glimpse of Mid-Century Modern, Hulu's hilarious new gay sitcom premiering on March 28th. Hulu is bringing back the magic of classic sitcoms like Golden Girls with Mid-Century Modern, a brand new, very gay show that's set to steal your heart. The series stars Matt Bomer as Jerry, Nathan Lane as Bunny, and Nathan Lee Graham as Arthur, with the late Linda Lavin playing Bunny's mom, Sybil. The story centers on a trio of gay men of a certain age who decide to live out their golden years together in Palm Springs after losing their dear friend. Jerry, played by Bomer, a lovable himbo with a complicated past, grew up religious and was even married to a woman before embracing his true identity. Arthur, played by Graham, is a sharp, classy former fashion magazine star, while Bunny, performed by Lane, a successful businessman, is now focused on finding the love story he's always wanted. Rounding out the cast is the brutally honest and hilarious Sybil, played by the late Lavin, who, though smothering at times, is an irreplaceable part of this chosen family. The show features an all-star guest list, including Billie Lourd, Tyler Ferguson, and Pamela Adlon, and is created by Will and Grace's Max Mutchnick and David Kohan, with Ryan Murphy executive producing. Mid-Century Modern premieres Friday, March 28th on Hulu.
Welcome, boys.
I always forget how big this place is.
Go, pick a bedroom, just not the one that smells like Nivea and disapproval, because that's my mother's.
I'm just saying it's been a minute since we've been out in the wild, so it might take some time.
It might, but that's okay. We have all weekend to find somebody.
See you back at the house.
Like a white man hailing a cab.
Hear me out. We're alone. We never see each other.
We FaceTime every night.
I use a filter. It's barely even me. You'll both move in here. Let's be together while we still can. Like a family. Yeah. This is a big change. Don't you have any advice for me?
Oh, sweetheart. Your father and I raised a confident man who takes a bite out of life.
Then why'd you name me Bunny?
I wanna take a minute or two. I like your moves.
Oh, I'm a flight attendant. I call this one, we're experiencing some turbulence.
You are so hot.
You know I'm gay, right?
Isn't that just a word?
What's the point of falling in love anyway?
What's going on here?
We're interviewing the new housekeeper.
This French is my love story.
You seem happy.
How do you make that sound like a criticism? What are we storing? We don't even cook! Aren't we all just looking for someone who can stand us and likes the same TV shows? Hello?
Do you want me to put the captions on?
No! I'm not 1,000. But yes. And the big type.
Read 'em and weep. A straight, I'll win.
Not at this table. In this house, a straight is the worst hand you can get.
There are a lot of homo hopes riding on this show, kids.
And they just
Other
say gay.
queer-themed sitcoms, including The New Normal with Andrew Rannells and The Real O'Neills with Noah Galvin, they never got the bigger followings they deserved. Let's hope that Max Mutchnick and David Kohan can bring some of that Will and Grace magic to Palm Springs.
Right? I love this. And, you know, I know a couple of boys that have this understanding with their best friends. Vaughn.
Yes.
Right? So
Wow. I knew that was coming.
it's so perfect that he's at the table for this. You know what I mean? But come on. Like, you know, we don't, sometimes a lot of us get coupled up and then, you know, our relationship expire or maybe a loved one might pass away, right? You know, you got that understanding with your friends that at the end, I've got you, you've got me. If we all got to move into a house together, we're going to do it, you know?
Todd, come on. We're waiting. Come on.
No, but I love this. I mean,
Yes.
come on. Think about the creators of Will and Grace. Will and Grace changed our lives, you know? And that was on Channel 7. You know what I mean? That was on a regular channel. This is cable, so they can get away with more. They can say more.
Maybe some flesh.
Maybe some flesh.
Some dirty words.
Listen, and I love you, Hulu. Thank you, Hulu, for doing this, okay? I mean, they've got Candace Cain on there. They've got Laverne Cox on there. They've got now this, you know? And let's be real. You had me at Nathan Lane.
Right.
You had me at Nathan Lane, but then you add to it Nathan Lee Graham, who is funny AF. Like, he can read something medical to me, and I think I'll laugh because he just has a great delivery.
And Matt Bomer's not too bad either.
And he's not bad to look at either. You know, I love this.
it should be
And now,
awesome.
How could we not talk about the great Linda Lavin in all of this? You know, thank goodness that, you know, she got to be a part of this vehicle, because I think I'm going to need something to laugh at, especially in the next few months. So I'm going to be tuning into shows like this. You know, she was such a great advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. And, you know, just to have her amongst this cast is just iconic for me. And so it's such a great way to just to see her in the best days of her life.
Right? And what a great, speaking of delivery, Linda Lavin, my God, what an incredible comedian. Like, and first, you know, she did this for a lot of years, you know. I'm sad that she passed away because, I mean, that is not a space that you can refill. There's no one like Linda Lavin. I mean, even from Alice, right? Even from back in the day, she just had this finesse of delivery, right?
Her tongue.
Her tongue, you know, so it's hard, you know, and then like anybody else that could probably fill that role for me is also dead. Betty White would have been great to like fill in, you know. So I'm thinking like, you know, this has to be brought for a season 2. I know season 1 hasn't been out, but we're all going to support it, and there's going to be a season 2. Who can be Linda Lavin's spot? I'm thinking Megan Mullally. Right. Megan.
Bette Midler.
Bette Midler would be a great one. The gay woman from 2.5 Men, the gay mom.
Yes. What's her name's wife? Yes.
Sarah Palin's
So they
wife.
did talk about
Sarah Paulson's
possibly
wife,
recasting this role?
No, not at all. I'm just
wishful
thinking,
thinking.
like
Wishful
wishful
thinking.
thinking.
Oh,
I'm wishful thinking that it gets
then-
brought for a second season. You know, if we
absolutely.
support, then there'll be a second season, but there will be no way to redo a Linda Lavin.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You have to
not.
bring
But-
in the aunt or something to the table.
like
you know,
her
type of a
sister.
thing.
Her sister or
Yeah,
somebody.
something.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Just because you've got to have that opposing.
Continuity.
Yeah, right.
But she's like one of the lost women, or the last of the women that you're seeing, especially from my generation, that was graced the TV on Alice and stuff, and you know, and so it's kind of like, where are we now? Where's our pool now of that? You know, we still got Jane Fonda out there.
We do. Well, and Nathan Lane. I mean, if you ever bring, whenever I meet a newbie, like a new gay boy, or maybe a young gay boy, I'm like, have you seen Birdcage?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that, you know, that's my first, you know, that's one of my first questions, because I mean, that is a test, you know, and God, that movie was so incredible. Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, and you can still watch that today and laugh your ass
Still
off.
holds up.
And he started in the theater too, so he's absolutely hilarious. I think I saw him in Guys and Dolls back in the 90s.
The producers. I saw him in the producers.
The producer's a fantastic producer.
Fabulous. So yeah, he's.
You know, I actually saw Linda Lavin perform at the Aventura Theater. She's a remarkable singer. That's what her singing just blew me away. The people she brought on stage with her to accompany as guest people, just people she brought along with her.
Yeah, Billy Stritch.
Were remarkable.
Yeah, phenomenal.
You know, just
Incredible. Well, she'll definitely be missed, and please watch this show when it comes out March 28th on Hulu. That is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.